We're going to go live on YouTube as a change because we can. Right. Great. We're doing it now. A little bit of background feedback. And I'm going to mute that for now. Let's mute my speakers. I'll just close that one. Right. So we're live on YouTube for the first time. It's great. It'll be streaming there right now. I'm not going to check that. If anyone is joining into the meeting now across the globe, I know we've got 2 minutes to go, but I do have to apologise about this morning's 11 o'clock Zoom meeting. Didn't have it today because it's Anzac Day here in New Zealand, which is our Australia and New Zealand's memorial services for those soldiers that have fought in predominantly World War I and World War II wars, died to make this country as great as it is. Oh, just got a message coming in. So, yep, it's going to reply. Yep, live now. Live now on Zoom. Sorry, Zoom and YouTube. Well, that's pretty exciting. So, if you're going to tune into the Zoom meeting, excuse me, you would have found my link either on our Facebook page or on the Cloud Pro website. I just decided last night that I thought we'd do the VR editor, the VR app in the morning, and then stream that to YouTube, to Facebook rather, and then in the afternoon do the VR editor app and stream that through to the YouTube, just to be different. Obviously going to post the recordings back to Facebook. Ooh, great, meeting started. Let's get rid of that. Right, so we're being different. We've got anyone coming in to join our screen share. I'm going to screen share shortly. So today's topic is going to be based around some things I learned earlier in the week. And let me just bring this up. If your first one is the best phone available, in my humble opinion, to use with iStaging is the iPhone, and that's because I've got one. And I didn't want to go to iPhone when I bought it, and I've been on iPhone now for 2 years. And the reason I changed, I was with Android, and I loved it, and I've out and declared I'd never, ever own an Apple device. Dead set against it. And then when I was at Harcourts, I had to change to iPhone for some software that Harcourts used. So I'm now on Apple, and I love it. It's just so awesome. They've been really, really good devices. They work exceptionally well as telephone, and a lot of the applications, probably 95% of everything that I found works exceptionally well. Would I go back to Android? I don't think I would. Okay, I don't think I would at this stage. But I'm not saying that. It's my daughter texting me that she can wait. I'm not saying that Androids aren't great devices, because everyone's different, but I did go to the iPhone, and I won't go back. Now, iStaging you can use with your iPhone, you can use it with your Samsung devices, and many, many devices. Now, there's one device we have found that it's made by Huawei, or whichever way you want to call it. It was a Nova 2, and the issue we found, or iStaging found, is there is a difference in the Bluetooth technology in that device. Okay. Now, what that's going to mean is if you've got one of those, it's how the phone connects to your rotator. Okay, so the rotator is free, Well, you get it with your subscription. You can call it free or gift or whatever you want to say, but you get one of these and a lens sent to you by iStaging when you sign up for a paid plan. So in our case in New Zealand, $39 a month, which is great support, turns your smartphone into a 360 cam. Now, what I'm going to show you is, I'm going to screen share my my phone so you can see the camera a little bit better. Let's minimize this. Now, screen that. Now, screen that. Right. So just be with me. Oh, camera, where's it gone? Camera. Right, so on the rotator, now mine's a white one. You might be lucky enough to have a cool black one. Okay, so that's really cool if you've got one. These are the first ones to come out. And I wish I could turn Facebook off. I'm not, get rid of that for now. The turning on the device, so we've got the little on-off button here. I'm going to turn that on. Now on this one, there's a mode switch. Okay, you'll have a mode switch on yours as well. It's currently set to 20 seconds, 40 seconds, or 60 seconds. And that's the time it takes the rotator to rotate around the complete switch. So if I just turn that, put it to 20 seconds, push the start stop, you'll notice the rotator is moving around. So if you have got some compatibility issues with your device, not being an iPhone or a later Samsung device, and you're using a Huawei or Huawei, you can use this in the manual mode. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into the, turn my camera off. I'm going to go into the VR Maker app, okay, and I'm going to show you what happens when you select, actually, I wonder if I can do it this way. I wonder if I can do, no, it'll turn it off. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go into VR Maker. I'm going to select the center icon here. I'm going to go capture. Okay, now down the bottom here, we've got the lens and the rotator. So if I select the rotator on my phone and the phone is connected to the rotator by Bluetooth, it'll automatically make the phone move around when I select the capture button. But if you've got a Huawei, you have to select the lens. So select the lens, put the phone in the on the rotator. Now, one thing I'm just get you to show a tip for everybody before I put the lens on, and I'll just hold my screen up. I'll make that a little bit bigger. Will it make that bigger? Let's show larger. Okay, so you should see now I put mounted on the edge of the device. So when I put the lens on, the lens is in the center of the rotation. Okay. Yeah. It actually makes a far better image. So you can mount your phone in the center here, but if it's in the center of the rotation, the LiDAR image is going to be much smaller, okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold this up to the camera on my PC, forgive me, but what I'm going to do to start the capture now, I've got the lens, or you can see the lens is lean and pink is selected there. I'm going to hold the camera down. I'm going to start the capture. I want to create the scene, a little bit of a trick. I'm going to select 40 seconds on the mode switch. So, sorry, the mode switch is now, I don't want to drop my phone. Mode switch, 40 seconds, 60, 40 in the center. Right, I'm going to go start the capture. On what I'm going to do, I'm going to press the pink button in the middle. Right, now the green icon around here is ready to go. So if you didn't have a rotator, this is how you capture. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to push the start button on the the start stop button there. I'm going to push that, okay, and it's going to rotate and move around and take the shots. Okay. Got one. Captured. Capture. Right. Coming up on me now, so I'll better hold still. That's a handsome photo. Okay, now it's gone around the room. It's done its full rotation. It's done the capture, and then it'll be there. So if you've got that Huawei model, that's how you're going to do it. It's a manual start, but at least you can start it, get it going, and you can, you can still hop out of the way of the scene. I mean, you can always be behind the camera and move around behind the front of the lens, and you'll always be out of the shot. So that's just a really good little tip. Okay. Now, if you've got an iPhone and there is a bug with the Bluetooth on the iPhone, I know the iPhone's not perfect, but you just need to toggle the Bluetooth switch in the device. So how you do that, we'll just go back to the main screen. We slide the screen up, and I've got the Bluetooth icon. I'm just going to select that off now. Just turn the Bluetooth off. I'm going to turn it on again. Okay, I'm going to slide that down. I want to go back to the VR Maker app. I'm going to select Rotator. Now, I haven't had to turn on the Bluetooth on the Rotator because it's just on. Okay, it's just on. And now I'm going to go, what am I going to do now? I'm going to go, what's happening here? Rotator. I'm going to select my lens, or Taurus lens. Great. And I'm going to start. It hasn't found my Bluetooth. So I'm going to go. Just a thing there. See how the circle isn't pink? It's not ready to capture. Something's not quite right. I've done something wrong. So be HDR. No, I'm going to turn HDR on. Still can't do my capture. I'm going to go back to the home screen now. I'm just going to toggle that Bluetooth again. Okay, I'm going to go back into here. Turn Bluetooth off. I'm going to turn it on. Now, it doesn't show the rotator in the screen like you would a normal Bluetooth device. Don't be worried by that. Okay. Go back to the home screen. Double check. I'll get rid of that. I'll stop that one in the background. That one in the background. Capture that one. Still haven't. Oh, so now the circle's changed to pink. Okay, now that means it's ready to go. So it's found the rotator. It's connected and paired, and it's ready to capture. So before we capture, in this case, I'm not going to hide this time. So I'm not in the shot. I'm going to give myself 10 seconds or no seconds. I'll give myself 3 seconds to get out of the way. Well, we won't worry about that. But if you're going to hop out of the room, you can do that and go start. Now it's just connected to the rotator. It's controlling the rotator, and it's going to move around the room. Okay. And notice that green icon again. It means the camera's nice and level. Oh, see how that comes up. If you're going to be on camera, you might as well do something funny, even if no one's watching. That's okay. Right, so that's capturing with the rotator and connected via Bluetooth to the phone, and not connected via Bluetooth because of a Bluetooth compatibility issue. Okay, not the end of the world. All right, not the end of the world. If you do want a deal on a new iPhone or a Samsung, go and see the team at Noel Leeming. If you're in New Zealand, if you're a real estate agent, you should be buying as much hardware as you can from Noel Leeming, because you do get a discount on that. You need to show your Ryan's membership card to get that. Okay. And if they don't know what that is, you know, or the real, say the staff at Noel Leeming, you know, you're a real estate agent. Here's my Ryan's membership card. I want this discount. Excuse me, because it's quite a bit actually, and it tends to be more on accessories. So if you want a tripod like this Anchor one, you'd go to Noel Leeming's. Okay, go buy it from them. Or if you want a little tripod like this, you'd go to Noel Leeming's as well. All right. So that's where you're going to buy your hardware from if you're in New Zealand. And if you're not a real estate agent and you want a good deal and great gear and great service, go to Noel Leeming's anyway. Okay. So that's the rotator. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to go back into just this, you know, how to create those scenes. So we're creating that live tour. I've taken some photos. I'm going to add in these two scenes now. I'm going to bring them in a different order. So the great thing about doing it on the phone is changing the order around. Okay, much easier to change the order around on your phone than on the desktop. Heaps easier, heaps easier. Another thing here as well is these other images, like I was actually in a Noel Leeming store yesterday. So I'm going to add in another scene from there, which these scenes are all on my camera, on my photo gallery on my device already, which is a good point to note. So if you're using a different style of camera, let's say it's a Samsung Gear or a Ricoh Theta, but a Samsung Gear is a better example, you take the shots of the photos with that app, then save them onto the device, onto your iPhone, and the app will find the scene and then allow you to drag it in this part we're doing now. Okay, and then you can just load it up and go for your life. Okay, so I've done that. I'm going to click done, and I'm going to go. We're going to call this the Anzac test. Anzac test. Oh, for those of you who are rugby players, not the test or the league test, but the iStaging Anzac test. Okay. Now you see it's going to upload it to the server. It's uploading. And we're going to go into the back end in a minute, okay? And we're going to muck around in there. It's not use up the battery power on my phone today, but this is uploaded to the cloud, and you'll be able to, or I'll be able to now actually, go in there and start editing or creating hotspots in the back end. So you've got some really cool front end controls. So you need to know that when you make a change on your phone, it's going to back it up to the cloud straight away. Okay, if you add a scene in, or you've taken a photo and you want to, I'll put a filter on it, like a blue filter or something different. Do it all on your phone, then come back into the cloud later on. Or let's say another really good example of this is in my case, you're a real estate agent, so you've got a listing, you've gone out and done your tour of the property, and then in a couple of weeks' time, the landlord, the owner, the vendor, the property's done some really cool landscaping outside, and you want to show it to the world. So all you have to do is jump back into the tour on the phone, place the camera in the scene where you want it to be seen, take that shot, and it will save and upload, and it's already in the background. So if you've got, let's say, this is a really good example. Landscaping's just been done. I want to show someone who's been through the house a few weeks ago, 3 days, whatever it might be, retake the scene, update all the buyers. So look, I've just updated the live tour. We've got some really cool shots in there now of the landscaping. The vendor's just been done. You've got to own this house, okay? And that'll, you know, educate them and give them as much of information. Another really good example might be you're a property manager and you've got 25 or 30 properties or more as a manager, and you want to go in and do a property inspection. So you'll go in and take do a tour of a property, and then you want to send that URL to the vendor. And so here you go, live today. Here's the house. You only have to show them the VR tour. You know, you're not sending them a big file with you know, 60 photos or anything stupid like that. And if there's some work to be done in the house, he can see the whole room, or he or she can see the whole room, or whatever that problem might be. The problem get put right. You go back in, take that scene again, you know, remove the first one, put it back in, or do it before and after. It's such an amazing tool. And it's, yeah, I could ramble on for ages and ages about that. And I think what we'll do is we all go forward together. There'll be little things we all do differently, and I'm going to learn from you. You'll bring something up and we'll go, yeah, great idea, we'll add that in, and then allow you as a user to put that into your panel later. But cool. So rabbiting on, we're going to move forward now. I'm going to turn off the phone for now just because it's stuck in a bit of power. Stop mirroring, great. Do that, I'll take the lens off. Let's put that to the side. Turn my rotator off, I'm going to say battery power. Make sure your rotator's charged up before you go out in the field, okay? Got that there. Oh, what's that? Another thing I do for rotator on a tripod, okay? And that's another thing we'll cover off. We won't do that today. So I'm going to jump into the editor now. And I'm just going to make my screen a little bit smaller. And I'm going to go to straight to iStaging.com. This is the screen that most of you will see when you first come here. If you haven't, if you're a new user and you want to support Cloud Pro, you would actually do it this way. You might be at our website, my website, cloudpro.nz. If you're a Ryan's member, you will have got a discount code. Oh, doesn't like that. I'm going to look at that and find that URL. But I'm going to sign up now. And I'm going to go through the login process and set up my account. But for what we're doing today, I'm just going to go straight to log in. You know, I've logged in with my Facebook details. And this is where you would set up your profile and your account. So the profile button here, I've got this photo, and that appears on all my tours that I've created, and that's in the top left-hand side of the screen. Okay, my name, the company I work for, my phone number, and just some real basics and the plan type I'm on. Change password, you don't have to worry about that right now. Admin users, if you've got multiple users in an account you might look after, they'll show up here, or you might have 100 people you want to join, and we'll join them all together in one group, and we'll administrate that way, okay, like a parent-child scenario. Blah, 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 blah. Analytics. So a lot of people like to know how many people have been looking at their tours, okay? And here's the data's loaded up. So this 20 Elborn Street in Taradale is a current listing I've got. It's been running in campaign now for, what are we now? created on the 12th of the 4th. So what are we? Nearly 2 weeks in, 14 days in, tomorrow just on 2 weeks. Said 433 views, 1 like, and 0 comments. You know, that's a phenomenal amount of views, I believe. Where they're from, realestate.co.nz. Now, this is the first tour actually embedded into realestate.co. So if you're an agent, I mean, this is really important for agents in New Zealand. And then starting on Monday, we should be about 10 days, 14 days away from being embedded into TradeMe.co as well. So it'll be huge for us in New Zealand, okay? So that those will show up in this analytics, okay? Referrals, direct, I don't know who that one is. ClearPro, yeah, so it's getting a few good views. Now, this campaign will likely close middle of next week. The tender's closed for this property on Monday, so it'll be offline hopefully by the end of the week. We're waiting for the next listing to have the next live feed. So if you are an agent in New Zealand and you've got a property that you want to feature on the CloudPro website, just send me the URL to your tour and we'll help you out there, okay? You know, give you a plug for the property, and sharing is caring, so let's just keep doing that. Now, I'm going to click on the editor. This is where we want to go. Right. And on the screen here, you should see this NZAC test. That's there. So we're going to, I don't want to preview it. We'll go click on the scene. I want to change the name, NZAC iStaging test. iStaging is awesome. It's awesome. So is being the CloudPro. Cloud UT. Now, why do I like CloudPro? Well, my surname's Kian, so I couldn't get Cloud with a C, so I chose Cloud with a K. Okay, CloudPro. It's a bit stupid, isn't it? Anyway, right. So that's that there. We're going to put a location in for the tour. So we're at Bend Central today, which is 213 Queen Street West, Hastings, New Zealand. Okay, so that's my correct map location. We'll see that in my tour at the end there. Bring us a little bit closer. Oh, straining my eyes. A custom logo. So this custom logo is what you'll see at the bottom of your scene. Okay, so if I show you the tour, just so you know what it means. So at the bottom of the tour, scene, the photo of the piano, excuse me, is this image. This is the LiDAR, call it the LiDAR. And it's where each shot was taken. So it's where the camera can't see, the lens can't see. So iStaging puts a logo over that, and you can choose what that logo is. And it's the same at the top, okay? If you've got a 360 camera, the camera stitches that together, okay? But to be taken an HDR shot off your iPhone, I mean, the resolution is pretty amazing. You know, a buyer can really see how that room looks, and we've got full control over the room, okay? So it's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do, I need, oh, sorry there. We need to put an image over that. And if you create, you don't have if you have a square image, the LiDAR image will be square, but you can create a circle image. And there's a bit of a trick to that. If you've got an in-house marketing team, someone who's really cool with Photoshop and stuff, I know they can create it. I'm not a Mac person, so I don't have that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it with Publisher or Word. And actually, let's try it with Word because I know you can do it with Word. I hope you can do it with Word. We're going to find out now. I'm going to choose a blank document. What I'm going to do, I'm going to insert a shape. So the shape, I'm going to insert an oval. How do I create? I don't want an oval, I want a circle. Oval, hollow circle, block, flowchart. Let's just grab this oval icon. If I hold down the shift button, will it create? Oh, yep, it's going to do it. Great. So now I'm holding down the shift key and clicking with my mouse and dragging out. Okay. I'm going to release that. And I've got a circle there. Circle shape. Looks pretty round to me. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to fill. One of my fill options. Picture. I'm going to put a picture in from a file on my computer. It's in my downloads, or downloaded recently. Yeah, let's do this one here because this is. Oh yeah, it's not too bad, I suppose. It's pretty cool. Okay, now I'm gonna go. Oh, I don't really want that blue border, so I'm going to shape outline on the top here, and I'm going to go no outline. So now I've got no outline, and I'm going to right click on this now, and can I save it as a picture? Save as a picture. You know what? I know I can do it in Publisher, so I might just blank edit format. I'll copy that. Copy. This is a bit silly, isn't it? I'm going to save as. I'll open up Publisher. If you're not a Mac person, you've probably got Publisher anyway, and it's a must-have for average people like me. So I've got it. I'm going to hold down the Control button. If I was doing a group, not doing a group, so I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to go right-click. I'm going to go Save as a picture, and I'm going to save it as a PNG file, nice and small. And I'm going to put Anzac test. Image, and I'm going to save it in my pictures, just anywhere in there. I'll just stick it in. I'll stick it in here. Great. Excuse me, itchy nose. Minimize that. I'm not going to save this for now. I'm going to close that. I don't want that. I'm going to browse images. I'm going to put time 2:30. Pictures there. Ends brand, iStaging. Oh, it looks like happy face. I'm going to save. Notice the size 50, 60, 75, or 100%. So I've clicked the save button now, and I'm going to go back to the tour, and I'm going to hit the refresh button, reload. So I've saved it in the cloud. It's just changed the name now. It's updated it. I've done the refresh button. I'm going to scroll, grab the screen and go down. Okay, there it is. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, okay, just to cover the LiDAR. Go back to the editor. I'm going to make it 75. I'm going to save. Cool. Saved it there. I'm going to push the refresh button. Oh, look at that. Awesome. So that's pretty cool, eh? So that could have whatever you need in there. Okay. Obviously, my hand was in the shot. I moved my hand, so that's what's blurry. Hence, humans in these tour shots aren't that good. Right. It's blurry. It's okay. Just to move that. I think my camera was on a bit of wobble when I took those scenes, which is probably important. Why you should have a tripod. Sorry. Right. So that's got that image in there. So publish is the way to go. Not Word. You want to save as. You might be able to do it in Paint or one of those other programs, but you want to, I find Publish is really, really good. I just tried Word because you could try Word. Go back to the editor. I can turn off the powered by iStaging. So really, if you're using you're paying $39 a month, I would turn this off. Okay. Your contact information, you want to show it. Okay, so if someone's looking at your tour and they want to ring you, your phone number's there, and they know it's going to be you, the person, the agent who's got the listing, or the team that's got the listing. You want to brand it with your brand and your corporate brand as well. Okay, if that's my advice to you. You're probably going to, if you're in a big team and a corporate team, you might want to add in whatever details. But my advice to you is put it on at the start. It'll always be there. Okay. And we're going to save. Now, next thing I'm going to do, and I won't do it today. Next week, I'll have upgraded my plan. And I'm going to be able to change my colors as well. Okay. The panoramas, these are the scenes that I took on the phone. I'm going to change it. So I could have done this on my device, but I've just been a little bit lazy today. So I'm going to call that the dining room. I'm going to call this one the kitchen. And I'm going to call this one Noel Leeming's. Noel Leeming, Wairua, cool, unlimited, 20 characters, Noel Leeming's, 20 characters, right, great. If I want to add a panorama that I've taken off a device other than my phone, like a Ricoh or a Samsung, or a GoPro, you could add it in here now and upload the file to the device, to the editor. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to click on the marker editor. Oh, actually, we talked about bringing in scenes, about changing order of a scene. When you capture them on your phone, you can bring them in the order you want to bring them in and it sets them. If you've got a whole lot of scenes in here, up to 30, and you want to change the order, it's a little bit painful, but it's pretty good, really. You just have to, you can grab a scene and drag and drop it, okay? Bring Noel Leeming's up to the top there. I suppose that's not too hard. And that is actually, looking at my phone, it's pretty cool. So it's in a pretty, I wonder if I can just share that with you, actually. I will. Like a screen mirror. So screen mirroring. See if it finds that. Okay, watch this. I'll put that there. And I'll drop that down. Now, so Noel Leeming is at the top there in the middle. Right, that's on the phone and that's on my desktop. I'm going to put the kitchen at the top. And on there, it's changed it straight away. Okay, so that means it's always in sync. And that's pretty quick too. Okay, it's changed it back again. We're both on the same connection, and obviously we're caching back to, I think we're on the Google servers with iStaging. In New Zealand, there is a cache location in Auckland, as well as the Akamai. If people, IT people know what Akamai is, so that's really cool, really, really cool. So I'll just stop that mirroring now. I don't want to do that. Ooh, stop mirroring. So we've got the order there. Now we're going to eat the marker editor. So again, you can put this in hotspots. So with 30, each tour can have 30 scenes. 30 scenes. The more hotspots you've got, the longer it's going to take a person to navigate through the property. 30 is probably enough. You could go meter, a meter, but I don't think you really going to need it. If you want to, you can. And if you start, if you had a house, the property that you've got, 300 scenes, and I mean, that's 10 tours, 300 scenes, one property. It's just crazy. But you can do it, not a problem, doable. And we'll do that with groups. We'll cover off groups next week, actually. Hotspot. So in this case, I'm in the cameras at Noel Leeming's. I've got with a gig. I'm gonna put a basic hotspot in. It's going to be a spot there, and I'm going to link that spot to another room. So on the right here, I'm going to select kitchen. And I'm going to go, oh, it's Ben with his mouth open. I want to see that. I'm going to save. It's done. Just moving through these quickly. I'm going to put a tag in, a tag. So a product tag. So I don't know what this bag is, but we'll just call this a camera bag. Cool bag. Cool bag. Now, I want to create a thumbnail. So it must be square and less than a megabyte. So I might just browse a file and I'll grab that. So we'll use that icon, the logo we created before. Let's go price, and this is going to be $20. An action. So I'm going to do just a link to a learn more. And that link I'm going to put in a URL. So I'm going to just put in a URL of the Cloud Pro. Cloud Pro. Yeah, just while we're here. Oh, that's come up. Okay, it's not a drama. That's cool. Copy that. So that was a right-click copy. Paste or Control V. I'm going to go save. All right. And when I go to load up the image, I go to the test and go refresh, it'll have put those two hotspots in. One, the hotspot to the other room, and two, the tag in. So let's have a quick look at that tag. There's the tag on that bag. So if you were running a store like Noel Leeming's is, there's no reason why you couldn't have a link to buy that bag. It's been into the store virtually. Then you go, oh, it's a cool bag. Awesome. Learn more. And the learn more takes you off to another website. So in this case, we're using my site, but it might be a buy now, a link to a whatever. Okay, cool, done that. And there's the link to that other kitchen, which is not a kitchen, of course. Great. Moving down there, a memo. A memo is just a block of information. A memo. So I'm going to put in a memo. I'm going to put in here GoPro. GoPro is cool. GoPro. What does it? Be a hero. Be a hero. Capitals. Okay. And I'm going to just click out of that. Oh, I could select an icon there. So I might have the GoPro. Actually, let's just go and do this for fun. Just go and look at GoPro logos. GoPro logo. PNG. Yeah, just find out one of those. Okay, so let's go. That one there looks pretty cool. Let's have a quick look at that. Save as. Save images, and we'll just go into my pictures. Because if I was at Noel Lemmings and I wanted to put a proper icon in, I'd want to do the proper thing, eh? Yeah, of course you would. Oh, where's that gone? Pictures there. Oh, no. Go Pro PNG. So obviously I don't have permission to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's only just for internal stuff, and we'll do this. We'll do this. If you're going to put a registered logo in, you're going to put a registered logo in. So we're going to go back. We'll put it in the right thing. So select an icon. So again, that icon is going to be smaller than that. Got a little GoPro icon. Great. So there's the GoPro. Okay, it's not probably the correct size, but it's going to be pretty cool for what we want. I'm going to go save that. I'm going to go back to the tour. I'm going to go refresh. Oh, I want to go back to the Noel Lemmings scene. There's our memo icon. GoPro, be a hero. And that could, in a property sense, could be any data. You know, it could be just a memo, just a block memo. It doesn't have to have a tag, but it looks pretty cool with a tag, I must admit. And same with that one there. I mean, if you brought that up and it had a learn more or a product tab, if you've got the time to do it, I mean, you can do as much as you want to do. There's probably nothing to stop you from doing as many different things as you wanted to. Chances are that you'd have, you know, a link in a retail sense to key products. Makes virtual shopping a reality. Virtual reality. Amazing. Okay, so you really want to deal with square, not rectangles. And then that would be the same if we were going to do another tag. This way, a video is a similar thing. So if I want to, I want to move that. So I want to move that to here. So let's say, go back to GoPro. What's that? Karma, GoPro, Karma, videos. Launch in 4K. Okay, so again, let's just share that URL. Share, copy. I'm going to go Control C this time. I can't do right click. Pause that. I don't want that to run. I'm going to whack in that URL. I just copied that. I'm going to put an icon in there, and we'll do that other icon. We'll do that GoPro icon. Open. Great. Save. Now we're talking. Refresh that. Save the changes. Done the refreshment, and we'll update the thing that's obviously already done it anyway, but your device won't cache it. Put our thing, link, and it's embedding the video straight into the tour. Play. Oh, have a quick drink. So by bringing all of this into iStaging, it's going to make a huge difference to what people do. And from a real estate point of view, if you looked at one that I've done, we'll do that in a minute. We'll keep going through. We're going to keep everything on. So we've put that video in, video tab in. We've changed the icon. Setting the view angle. This is something you can do on the phone as well. It's probably a bit easy doing it on device. You rotate the scene around to where the default view is going to be. Click save. Excuse me. Next icon down is a floor plan. So if I had a floor plan of this property, I'd add it in here. I'm going to browse for one. So I know I've got one somewhere here. Oh, I can just bring anything. You can actually bring anything in. So as long as it's a JPEG, I'll bring that in. It's not really a floor plan. I mean, the app's not going to know that it's a floor plan. It's an image. We're just going to crop it just because we can. Oh, dependable. Learning from my mistakes to make the next one even better. Oh, that's a pretty good thing to say, isn't it? Mission statement. So now it's dropped in the into the whatever this floor plan might be. And you grab these icons and shift them around the plan so they correspond to the right room. Because this is fictitious tour, it's not going to matter. So, okay, now iStaging will be bringing out a feature in the near future that will deal with the floor plans. So that'll be pretty awesome. Okay, so this tour, we'll save, and we'll go back to the refresh button again, so you can see those changes as I've made them. So while the floor plan is there, it's to do or to show the layout of the house, but also allows you to navigate through the house. So you can click directly on the icon that relates to that location and you'll go straight to that scene, okay? All right. Now, we'll just go back to the set view. So we've saved that, and I'm going to select the next scene because I want to set the default view in there as well, okay? Save that. And then the last one, we've got that. I'm going to change that slightly. Click that save. All right. Now, and every time you create a hotspot, if you're going to go creating a proper tour through a house, it's a really good idea to add all the hotspots in, and you need to put the backlink hotspot on as well. Okay. Now, and the reason why it's important to do it, if someone goes into full screen mode on the tour, and this is probably a good example here. So I'm back to the tour. I'm going to click the refresh because I've just made some changes. Change that default view. This full screen mode. Okay, now this scene has got how many hotspots? No hotspots. Oh, Larry must have moved again. No hotspots, can't navigate anywhere, okay? Nothing, I'm just using the mouse there. I'm going to click the close button. So why it's important is that, I'll bring up, let's go back to live tours. Preview this one. So this is a live listing actually. So if I go into full screen mode on this tour, I can navigate to the next room with the hotspot. Okay. If I didn't put the hotspots in, I couldn't do that. Oh, it's a handsome devil up there. It's going to link off to another site there. Now, one of my customers actually said to me, "Oh, why haven't you put the hallway in?" I didn't put the hallway in because I was feeling a little bit lazy, and I thought, well, you can, if you really wanted to see the hallway, you could go and do the hallway. But she wanted to go through the room like you were actually there, and I could see a point. So it's actually probably a good thing to do. Probably need, depending on the shape of the hallway. I mean, the shape of this hallway was on the floor plan, on a real floor plan, not a pretend one. You come in the entrance and then do a dog leg to the left and to the right. So I suppose the best place for an image would have been in the centre there, and there, 2 images, and then split the rooms off from each of them, okay? Yeah, so also don't have to worry about too much about that. Another thing too, when you're in VR mode with a headset, you can still navigate through of all scenes, and it's really cool, really amazing. All right, another 5 or 6 minutes to go. So we'll go back into that last preview, share, copy, and delete. So let's go back to here again. Market editor. We've last thing I've got to do, and this is really not the last thing. Sorry, taking a photo or a screenshot of an image. So if you've been to a property and you've done all your scenes, all in HDR, you've done some really cool shots. You might have mucked around and changed some of the contrast and all the other cool things you can do. But there's a specific shot that you need that you haven't got. Instead of having to go all the way back to the house, you can just jump into the scene here. And I'm going to change this one to 16:9, make it wider. I'm going to zoom in. And I'm going to take a photo of that because I need it for some reason. I'm going to save. It's going to download it to the PC straight away. I'm going to double click on that. And I'm going to edit this or create it or send it or save it or do something else with it. But it means I can do that at any time without having to go back to the property again. The only time you probably need to go back is if there's been a change made, physical change made at the property. I don't know, that landscaping or redecorated or something else, okay? But again, it's not easy to update, upload and change. Last 2 tabs, groups. So groups is how to creating a group from, or you might have an upstairs and a downstairs house, or a before and an after, and select or remove. So let's just create a group now. I won't do that now. I'm probably going to run out of time, but managing the community is probably the last thing you really need to be aware of in here. So we've had some visitor information, and this is probably me going back and forth looking at this tour. This is the tracking, so I need to work on the wording on that. Open. So with open, if I go back to the tour and do a refresh, I've got to add in my email address and a name before I can view it. Okay. So let's just do that now. Ben Kean at iCloud.com. So go back to there and it's live, it's done. It says, hey, Ben's already, Ben has seen it. It's emailed Ben. and then it'll link off to your email program. So I'm going to be closed. The other option, which I think we've got the wording around the wrong way, it's okay. The comments here. So back on the tour, I'm going to click on a comment and I'm going to write Ben is awesome. Ben is awesome. Enter. I'm going to go back to iStaging and it comes up Ben is awesome. Add a reply. I know I am. I know I am awesome. I'm going to enter that and I go back to here and click the refresh because you have to click the refresh button. You know, my comments, reply. Oh, I know I'm awesome. Great. Awesome. So I think it's a good thing. As a moderator, you can delete those here as well. So if you don't like the comment, get rid of them or completely hide them altogether. Okay. And then the likes is the likes. It's just straight raw data. Like that once. And it said 1 like, 10 views, 1 like, no comments. And probably the last thing, the very last thing of the day is sharing. So once you've created the tour, both on your phone and on the share icon here, is the URL. So that URL, which I'm going to highlight, is what you will put into either whatever portal you create an iframe, you'll use that tour link. If you're pushing it through to TradeMe or to realestate.co, if you're an agent, you'll use that to Facebook, Google+, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., or use the QR code as well. Okay. So that's sharing, that's touring. I hope if there's some viewers out there that everyone's enjoyed this video today. Do apologise about this morning being Anzac Day in New Zealand and no training, but that's okay. Next week we're back to Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon. If anyone's got any questions, hey, just email them through, or help. You want some help? Again, email me, WhatsApp me, PM me, whatever you like. I'm here to help, and that's for anyone globally as well. If I can help in the timeframes I've got available, not a problem. If anyone wants a one-on-one session, obviously give me a call and we can sort something out. Obviously chargeable as well. I'll keep you informed. Anyway, that's enough for me. Have a great afternoon, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Bye.